Hi guys, I'm Beth
And I'm Aubrey.
and we are Creative Curiosity Co.
We are so excited to share with you some stamping today. We love to stamp. We have been doing it together and with our family for most of our lives since we were very little girls. And we love that you can create beautiful things with stamps. You can make cards, which we love to do, but you can also make home decor, all sorts of things. And we're going to share a few different ideas of those things with you today.
Yes, we are going to show you today one of our favorite bundles and stamp sets from the annual catalog that Stampin' Up! Has right now. We are going to show you the Gallery Blooms bundle. So it comes with this beautiful stamp set and these dies.
So fun.
And then we'll also show you the beautiful motifs stamp set as well. This can be found in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog on pages 52 through 55. So beautiful.
So fun.
So Aubrey's gonna start and she's gonna show you some things that she made using this stamp set.
Yes. So I'm going to just quickly show you one of the projects I made. Store.
Yeah.
I found some really fun frames at a local store. They're kind of antique-y, and I thought it would go so cute with this stamp set. So I'm going to show you a few different ideas that I did making some little framed art with it. So first I stamped this super pretty, I don't know, rose bouquet, and I just stamped it right in the center of, this is some of the DSP that comes in the pack, so you can see on the back a little better, but it already has kind of this antique-y look to it. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's so pretty. I just stamped it with early espresso, and then I created a mask. So I stamped it again and then fully cut it out just of a scrap piece of paper, and I'm just going to set that right over the top of my other one so that I can stamp all around it, but that's going to stay my focal point. So then I also have gray granite that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use this stamp that it kind of has these, I don't know, they kind of look like dandelion little pieces, and I'm going to stamp gray granite all around with that.
Ooh, and I love that it's photopolymer, so you can see
where you're right through it.
Put it down.
Makes it pretty easy. So just stamp it right over the top of that mask. I'm gonna do two of those, one there, and then one coming out of the top here. Just like that. And then I'm also gonna use this other little one. This is kind of like a smaller version of this big one. But it's just small, and I'm using pecan pie.
I guess we could show this too.
Oh, there you go. So I used this one, and then this one, and then this little baby one.
So cute. I love that they're all different, but they work so well together.
Yeah, they really do. And then we'll stamp one up here. Just kind of create a little bouquet. But I love it with these neutral colors. I think it just lends itself to the kind of vintagey look of this stamp set. And then you can see that really pretty kind of arrangement. And here, I'll show you in the frame. So here's my framed piece. I love this little oval frame that I found, and I just cut my piece of paper to fit in that, and I thought that would be so cute just sitting on my mantelpiece for fall. I thought that would be really fun.
So cute. Love that.
Okay, and then my next one, I'll actually show you my finished product here. So this is the flower again, that really pretty big flower arrangement. And what I did was
Wait, Aubrey, did you watercolor that freehand?
Does it look watercolor like I'm just an artist or something?
Yes.
I know, you would think, but I'm actually not that talented. But I just stamped it. This is watercolor paper. I stamped it in crumb cake. And the best part of that is that if you stamp it in crumb cake, the crumb cake kind of disappears as you watercolor. So you have the outline to help yourself while you're watercoloring, but then the lines disappear and it just makes you look like you are this amazing artist, which you are, but you can have a little help. It's okay to have help.
Yeah, I love that.
So I wanted to just show you a little bit of how I did that.
Yeah, because when typically you watercolor, you want to use like a not water-based ink, but you're saying if you use a water-based ink, it kind of disappears a little bit and looks a little bit more fuzzy, like watercolor.
Right, a little more freehand, like you actually watercolored the whole piece.
So cool.
So what I have here is I just use my re-inkers. So for example, I have some Cajun Craze and I have some Calypso Coral. That's the color of the flowers. And I started with Calypso Coral as my base. So that is this one over here. So if you just kind of color that, get a little more water. And you can see as you watercolor, those lines just kind of muddy a little bit. And they'll just kind of become part of your color, just like that. And then what I did was I took, you can see on this one, I took Cajun Craze and I just added some darker pieces in here so that it just gave it a little bit more
detail.
What's the word? Detail.
Yeah.
And then, so I also added some yellow in there for the center. I wanted to show you a little bit with the green. So this is Mossy Meadow that I used. And you literally can just follow the line of the stamp.
And it looks like you freehanded it.
It looks like you freehanded it.
Amazing.
And if you want it to be more watery, more watercolor-like, you just add more water. Anyway, I could watercolor all day long, but that's kind of the idea. And then, I don't know how well you can see, but I added a little bit of shimmer. Oh, you can see a little bit.
See it through the glass.
But I added a little bit of shimmer with Wink of Stella. So you can take your Wink of Stella and just I went along those darker lines and it just kind of made it pop a little bit more. It's really hard to see on here, but it looks beautiful. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to add pictures or not, but we'll definitely have pictures there if we can add them into the post. So, yeah, so that's my ideas. Oh, and one more, sorry, Beth. One more, I used just some designer series paper and put it in a frame. So easy, but so pretty at the same time. So even just the beauty of the paper, you can put in a frame. And look at these fun 3 frames that I have that I can use to decorate.
Love that.
So fun. Okay. Beth's gonna show you a few stamped cards that she did.
So I focused on card making, and I'm also going to use our very large flower bundle from the Gallery Bloom stamp set.
One of my favorite.
I'm gonna ink it up in Mossy Meadow, and then I'm gonna stamp it just once on this little piece of Basic Beige, which Basic Beige has become like my new favorite neutral.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I use it probably more than white.
Yeah.
So I'll put that out of the way. I love to watercolor, just like Aubrey does, but I'm not super great at it. So I like little tricks and tips that make it a little easier. This is a Wink of Stella. We sell these, it's a little shimmer one. If you can go into your image that you've stamped recently and start to pull from it, you'll see that some of the green from that Mossy Meadow will pull into my image as I just layer the Wink of Stella over.
So pretty, and it just kind of colors it in.
Yes, this
adds
stamp,
that
and you
color.
don't have to be super perfect when you're putting down your Wink of Stella or even watercoloring. It's just really that kind of chaotic look lends itself really well to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that this stamp set is a line art stamp set because it works really well with a technique like watercoloring.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can kind of pull in and make it, I like it, it gives it a little bit of like an elegance to it.
Yeah.
But you can see a little bit of that color has moved along with some of that shimmer. So pretty.
And so simple.
So simple, so easy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of tools to use, just that little Wink of Stella. So let me show you the finished card with that. Didn't that turn out so pretty?
So pretty.
This is the designer series paper from the suite. Beautiful. And the thank you for everything came from this beautiful motif stamp set, which has a little bit of everything in it. It's kind of the perfect little stamp set.
It's a great sentiment set.
Yes. So let me show you this technique with another card. I made this one. This uses a little bit more of the dies and the stamps. I stamped some of the filigree from the beautiful motif stamp. You can see right here, that's the one I used right around the edges of the card. And then I did kind of the same thing with green. I actually grabbed it right from the green stamp pad and then added this from the actual stamped image. So I used that same technique with the Wink of Stella.
So cute.
But so simple because really I'm kind of a simple stamper and I like this striking look. Well, thank you for joining us to go through and show you some ways that you can use the Beautiful Motifs stamp set and the Gallery Blooms bundle. We hope you love it as much as we do.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.